What is up? What is going on, everyone? Dave at SVA Card Collectors. And 2 more cards have dropped. Dropping like it's hot for Topps 2020 project. I don't want to say nothing, but I think I'm going to title everything Topps Project 2020 because on YouTube, all of a sudden, I'm getting a lot more views. So even if I'm not talking about it, I'm just going to title it that. And if people go, oh man, he's I can't believe what he's doing. You better believe that. I'm trying to get them views, yo. Nah. So it dropped. I like the Jeter. The Jeter looks nice, and the Tony Gwynn also looks nice. The Jeter is from an artist named Gregory Sif, and Tony Gwynn is by F. Dot. So you have those out there now. I think the Jeter is probably going to be, I think they're both going to be pretty big, but I think the Jeter's probably going to be closer to the lines of the Nolan Ryan that hit that crazy astronomical number. We do have the print runs from yesterday, and the Ted Williams did 41,407, and the Sandy Koufax by Natural, I don't know how you want to say it, was 43,147. They both surpassed the Ben Baller Trout. They are now 3rd and 4th place with Ken Griffey and Nolan Ryan still at the top. The Nolan Ryan, 64,629. That was the eye opener. That was the one where I thought would be much lower, and it wasn't. So I think the next 2 that will close out tomorrow will be Cal Ripken and the Mariano Rivera. I think the Cal Ripken is going to do a similar number, 40-something, and I think that Rivera will do a little bit like in the 30s. But I don't know. It's pure speculation, nothing to do with regards to pre-sales and what they are. People are starting to get a little bit better at guessing what these numbers are going to be. CRT Sports Cards, his YouTube video pretty much nailed it. He came out with it before the numbers came out, so he nailed that it was going to be between 40 to 45,000. And so that's for Project 2020. The Project 2020 update. That's what's going on with that. I'm no longer going to be saying you should buy or sell or do anything. I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing, and that's that. If you want to follow suit, go ahead. And if you do well, I'll be doing well. And if you do bad, which more likely than not you'll be doing bad, because I like I said before, I'm doing okay. I bought a ton of the Ted Williams, Koufax. I got 10 of each. I got 10 of Nolan, and I got 5 of the Griffies. So the really overproduced ones, yeah, I really went into it. But I bought a ton of other cards that were under 10,000, and they are still holding strong. Some are receding in price a little bit, but I think there's going to be another run. I think this is going to go up and down. Which card does what? I don't know. But I do think, it has to, just because it's going to be all the way through December. So for it to just be like, well, high at all the time, that's insane and wouldn't make any sense. But I know as soon as I jumped in, we knew what was going to happen there. But we're okay. We're okay. We're sitting okay. I don't think I'm going to be selling these for $15. I think I still be able to flip them and either get my money back or make a couple of bucks. So I'm okay with it. Moving right along to baseball news, minor leagues right now, they are basically telling minor leaguers that they're fired and they're releasing them. They're talking about maybe 1,000 or over 1,000 players being released. And it sucks. This whole thing, the ramifications. I think the pandemic and a lot of things just ripped the Band-Aid off of a lot of things. A lot of failing retails that were, trying to go along and trying to do their things. This just said, you know what? No, you're not. You're done. And so, same thing with minor leagues. They've been trying to look for a way to get out of minor leagues. to get, less teams to contract, and this was the perfect opportunity. They weren't making that much money, and that's what they say. I don't know. I have no idea. And, they hit hard. I'm my throat's a little dry, so I need a little drink. What I think, now, for baseball cards, I think this will be a good thing. Dave, why would you say such things? People are losing their jobs and their lives. All right, I'm talking about the cards. Why are you talking to yourself as if there's somebody else in the room? Are you going crazy? Possibly. So you're going to have a contraction of teams, and maybe you just have a AAA, AA, and single A. Let's just say you only have 3 minor league teams. I don't know what they contracted to. But you're going to have a lot less players. So Bowman draft, all these Bowman Chrome, they're going to have a lot less players that they can pick from that, maybe are a fugazi or guys who are not that good. And so you're going to have a better crop of players to choose from in these releases. So you're not going to be doing as much guessing, because in twofold, you're going to have better players because now you're making it more competitive by having less teams. So it's only the top, 75 guys. If there's 25 guys on each team, 75 guys. Or if they have 5, I don't know what they're going to have. I don't know what they have rookie and single A instructional, and I think they went a little over with how many leagues they have. But I think as a investor, if you're doing prospecting, it will make it a little bit easier, and you're still going to see. I think you're going to see a lot more players transition better into the majors, just because the competition is going to be better as you go up. And that's that. I mean, in the upper levels, those guys aren't getting fired. We're talking about the lower guys. But I think if you do this 5-10 years, the guys that are being filtered in and that are coming in, they're just going to be better players. And so I think it'll be a little bit better. It's still prospecting. It's still a gamble. But, guys who are doing really well in AA, AAA, they're going against better competition. And so, so I believe that it will be a little bit easier for you to, dial in. Now, on the flip side, it might cost you more money. There won't be as many players, so more people's focus are going to be on a small amount of players, and more money is going to go into them. So it would be nice to see what the hell happens as this unfolds. And, right now, I don't think it's going to affect this year. Maybe the end of, Bowman draft. It's definitely going to affect Bowman draft this year coming, because there's only 5 rounds. So basically everybody's going to be in this set. And maybe next year, what are we going to see? It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting times. Are you still going to have this influx of people, these people that are coming in and they're staying? Is that going to affect the price of single cards? Who knows? So you have that aspect. That's going to be really interesting to see. I can't, there's no predicting here. I don't know, but it's something to look for. And those are my initial reactions to minor leagues. Another thing that I've been seeing more and more, and I believe About the Cards talked about it. I didn't get a chance to listen to it. It's 2 hours long. I can't listen to a 2-hour-long podcast unless you're Joe Rogan. And for me to figure out where they're talking about, I'm not going to do that unless someone just navigates me there. But the topic came of, I guess, cook groups. And they was saying that this, the sports card investor has different, tiers of investments. And if you're in part of these groups, they'll go, hey, you should buy 1985 Mark McGwire rookie card. And maybe they have Don West there. Don West comes in. Oh, that would be good. I definitely want to get Don West on, and I want him to do all my voice. Mark McGwire rookie card. Be dialing. You guys who are new and young have no idea who I'm talking about. But if you are old like me, 38, 40, you know that Don West was doing infomercials at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning as you were drunk in college, and you would watch him trying to sell sets of baseball cards and Gem Mint 10 Mark McGwire rookie cards he was trying to hawk. Anyway, so back to these cook groups. So I know people have been talking about sports card investing. I don't know anything about it. For me to even be putting it out there, maybe I shouldn't. But for the 10 people who listen, just don't get so crazy. I'm sure there's other people that do it. I'm sure there's other places. I just don't know. But I've been hearing it more and more. And I think About the Cards was talking about sports card, card investor. And he has a group. And he goes, hey, he's got his internet machine, as the old people will say. And it's predicting, hey, these cards are undervalued. You really should go after them. Now, you're going to see all of a sudden Facebook groups, maybe blowout forums, start talking about a particular card because all of a sudden the price went from like 500 to 700 in a matter of a couple of days. And that's because their guys are buying them. And then they have like a mid-tier group. So then the mid-tier group, they say, hey, you guys got to get in. Look what it's been doing in the past couple of days. You got to buy into this now. So they start buying it. Inflates the price again. If you see something like that, very similar to Project 2020, but you didn't have to spend, $600, $700, $800 or $200, $300, whatever, the cards are going up. It's $20 and anyone can get them. They are, not in a sense, they are manipulating the market. They're just giving you, hey, this is what we think you should buy. We think it's undervalued. But once all their, the people who are taking their advice do that, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it starts going up, and they say, see, I told you these things were going to go up. You got to be listening to me, man. Listen. So you have that. Now, is that a manipulation? It is, but is it malicious? Is it, well, this guy's got a ton of cards and he's just waiting to unload them? I don't think so. Wow, there's an Oreo, like an Oreo bird in front of me. I've never seen an orange and black bird like that in my life. Okay, sorry. Back to what I was talking about. Yeah, I get distracted fairly easy. Oh, bird. And I get to lose my train of thought. I'm sure everyone's just out now. So these cook groups, they're doing this. These cards are going up. God damn it, I lost my train of thought. Oh, man. So the gist of this, of what I was trying to get at is don't join the crowd. Oh, now I remember. Sorry. Now I remember. I won't cut. I should edit this stuff. I really should. It's getting embarrassing now. I should become like a professional podcaster and not do this all willy-nilly. I think someone having 10 of these cards, just say they have the 1985 Topps Mark McGwire and they have 10 of these cards and the market goes up and then they release them and they make $300, $400, $500 on each one and they do this each week. I think it's small potatoes and it's hard to do. The real money is in the paying for the membership fee, affiliate links on eBay, things where I don't have to work. You want the least work as possible. There, I would have to go buy the Mark McGwire rookie cards, get them to come to my house, then go, all right, everyone, we should be buying these because of X, Y, and Z. I guess if you do it on a grand scale, it might be worth your while, but you're going to get, people are going to figure it out after a while. And I think it's too much work and it's small potatoes. I think the big potatoes, the big huevos is going to be in those groups, getting into those groups. And eBay affiliate links is where you can get money. Just other stuff that's just reoccurring where you don't have to do as much. So if you see that, you see a run on a card, The only thing you should be doing is the exact opposite. I always tell people that don't, and I didn't heed my word on Topps Project. I went in on Memorial Day and I was going at it, on the $20 card, but it was only $20, so I didn't go too crazy. I didn't lose that much. But if you feed into that and you go, all right, I'm going to start buying, and you want to buy it as it keeps on going up, be warned, it's going to bite you. Because if you don't get out fast enough, the price is going to come back down because it's artificially inflated. At some point, people are like, all right, I'm done. Let's move on to something else. And when that's the case, you're going to be sitting there with a card that's not worth, what you paid for. So you want to be selling. You see that, you wait a week or two and sell your card. Get the money, wait for it to drop, and then if you really like that card, buy it again. Do not, I repeat, once cards start making a run, do not try to get into it and go, oh, I gotta get involved. With like the Michael Jordan documentary, it's a little bit different because it wasn't a group of people that were going, all right, we're going to make a run of this. It was the whole hobby. They had nothing to do. They're watching this documentary. They're starting to see, not everyone knows all about Michael Jordan. They just go, oh, I know he's the greatest, but they don't know why. So that gave them a glimpse of, how good he was. Not that I know. I didn't watch it. I'll tell you that much. But that's a different beast. So they are out there. I guess maybe they've always been out there. And from time to time, they do that. It's a little bit different than from, what the trimmers were doing. You had guys who were trimming cards, submitting to PSA. They weren't picking it up for whatever reason. Either they were complicit or they just weren't doing their job well. PSA would argue, well, it's only such a small, minute, piece, amount of cards compared to the whole grand scheme of things. Okay. But that's more complicit. That's just manipulating. That's just trying to steal. I don't know what this would be considered as. I guess these rooms, they do know it. It's not like they don't know it. And they go, all right, hey, let's pick a card and try to bring it up. We'll start buying it and see what happens. And they're manipulating stuff. So don't get fooled. Don't get suckered in. Do the opposite. Sell your card if you have the card that they're talking about. If not, go someplace else. Stay away from it. Wait for the dust to settle. That's all I got, guys. Head over to svacardcollectors.com. Download the Flick Chat app. And you guys know what to do. Buy some cards and go broke. Later! So I've been talking about Star Stock for a couple of weeks now. And actually, last week, they went live in their beta version. Well, ain't no beta no more. They are live. You can currently deposit, purchase cards, view those cards in your collection, and then flip the cards back on the marketplace. There's a lot more things that are going to be built. Like I said before, I've seen some of the things. I can't wait until it starts really being ramped up. Star Stocks is building a sports card marketplace aimed to be faster and cheaper for flipping sports cards than any platform. Currently looking for people who want to submit their cards to sell on their new platform. Star Stock is offering 5% commission, no ingestion fees. You just send in the cards, they do all the work. Cards are guaranteed and secured in a vault. They had a little guy's name I think is Pepe. He's just kept on working. With everything that was going on, he's got a mask and gloves. The guy's just there. He's just watching the cards, making sure everything's safe. You can also choose to ship the cards back to yourself at any time. So you can buy, flip, store, or ship cards with a click of a button. If you're interested in getting involved as a seller, contact Mike at mike@starstock.com. Right now, they're just looking for rookie cards and prospects of current players. Again, for more details, contact Mike at starstock.com.